Hello guys, as I have explained in the last class, so we have learned something called HTML. So I have explained that HTML is used to create structure of web pages. So here this is a basic history of HTML, and he is the person who introduced HTML, Tim Berners-Lee. So this is just basics, you can go through it. So the current version of HTML is what? HTML 5.0, right? So now we will move to next slide. We will learn what is HTML. So as I explained, HTML describes what? Structure of web pages. Structure means what? Skeleton. For example, the skeleton is the part which is going to provide structure to our body. In the same way, HTML is going to provide structure to the web applications, right? So here so if you observe here, HTML stands for hypertext markup language. So hyper means what? Reference or link. So we are going to link the pages. See, if we have one website, so different pages will link, right? So hyper means what? Reference or link. Similarly, text means what? Data or information. So data or information. So data can be any type, right? So like audio files, video files, images, anything. So we add this data in the form of what? Text. Similarly, we go for markup. Markup means what? Predefined or marked. Predefined means what? Already built. We can call it as built-in, right? So already we have some built-in tags. With the help of that we can write the HTML code. So language means what? Communication. So as we know, any language we use for only one purpose, communication purpose. So HTML is a language which is having predefined tags and attributes, and we use this to add the data or information, and we'll connect this through the links. So this is the HTML full form and the meaning of all this HTML. Clear? If we go for next slide, we have something called features of HTML. So the features of HTML what? So stands for hypertext markup language. So already we know this. HTML mainly used for design a client side web pages. So client side web pages means what? It belongs to only client side. That means front end part, not back end part. Done. So now HTML is used to create static web pages. Static means what? No actions will be there. So actions means when you click a button, so I should display a drop down menu. Like this, no actions will be there. It's just a static web page. Then HTML is case insensitive. You can create HTML files in lowercase alphabets or else uppercase alphabets, because it is case insensitive. Case insensitive means any case, lowercase, uppercase. For example, small letters, big letters, you can use any combination. Nothing will happen here. So HTML is easy and simple, and easy to learn also, and easy to understand also. So it will become easy and simple, guys, only when you practice, right? So HTML programs are executed by the browser when HTML programs are executed by the browser when the file is open in the browser. So when the file is when the file will be executed when we open the file in the browser. So remember, with the help of browser only we can execute HTML files, right? So HTML programs should be saved with .html extension. HTML program should be saved with .html extension. Here .html is the older one, so we always go with what? .html. So .html is the extension which is understandable by browser. So browser will not understand any other extension other than okay .html. So always it executes which type of file? .html type of file. You should remember this, guys. So please go through this one slides. Okay guys, so now next we'll move to another slide. See guys, there is something called HTML tags which is very important here. So HTML tag means what? So whole HTML is dependent on tags and attributes. HTML code, okay, tag means what? It is a code, predefined code that defines every structure on an HTML page. For example, I want to add an image, I want to add a video, I want to add a table, I want to add a form. So for everything we have to create a structure. So to create that structure we have something predefined code. The predefined code is nothing but what? Tag. Okay, so how to create the tag? Then see, it includes the placement of text, images and hyperlink. Okay, so HTML tags begins with the less than symbol, okay, less than symbol, character, okay, and end with greater than. So always all the tags starts with what? Less than and ends with greater than. Okay, these symbols are also called angle brackets, or else we can call it as angular brackets, right? So remember, all the tags we okay start with this symbol, okay, and end with greater than symbol. Done. Oh yes, so in HTML we have two types of tags, guys. In HTML we have two types of tags. So the first one is what? Okay, paid tags and unpaid. Second one, unpaid tags, or else closed HTML tags, self-closing tags, or singular tags. So we will see, guys. Okay, we have two types of tags, paid tags and unpaid tags, right? So we'll go, guys. Unpaid tag has both opening and closing tag in a single tag, right? That means the BR we are passing and we are forward slash before and it is closed here itself. Okay, sorry, wait. Okay guys, so opening tag and closing tag. So here itself we are opening, here itself we are closing. When a tag is opened here itself and closed here itself, okay, we call this as unpaid tag. Why? Means there is no set, there is no pair. Sometimes we call it as what? Self-closing tag. Why self-closing tag? The tag itself is closing, then itself is closing, so we call it as what? Self-closing tag. So if you go here, the note forward slash, this forward slash is not mandatory for unpaid tags. Why? Means the browser will understand, so this is a unpaid tag. So unpaid tags also known as empty elements. So why we call this as empty HTML element, guys? So we call this as an empty HTML element. Why? Means if you observe here the previous slide, so along with opening and closing tag, sorry, in unpaid tag we don't have any content. When there is no content, okay, we call this as what? Empty HTML element. So this is empty HTML element, right? So here what is happening? Okay, so whenever the tag, okay, closed tag, that means paid tags, along with the content and the opening and closing tag, we call it as HTML element. Okay, for self-closing tag or else for unpaid tag, we call it as okay empty HTML element. Remember this, guys. And this forward slash is not mandatory. And one more thing you should remember, sir, how to remember, okay, which is paid tag and which is unpaid tag. No need to remember, guys. We will install one IDE. In that IDE, what will happen? Once you okay type the tag name, if it is a paid, it will only create open and closing tag. If it is an unpaid tag, it will create only a single tag. So you will only come to know. See, everything you can learn, okay, in while practicing. Then, so please go through this slide once. Okay guys, we'll move to next one. See guys, there is something called attributes. As I explained in the previous slides, the whole HTML, okay, stands on the tags and the attributes, right? So attributes means what? Provides additional information about an element. Additional information means what? Okay, so for example, consider, I'll tell you what is additional information. So first we'll see how to add the attributes. So attributes are always specified in the start tag. See, if it is a paid tag, the attribute should be inside the opening tag. If it is unpaid tag, directly you can pass. So attributes usually come in what? Name, value, place. Like name is equal to values. So here align is my name guys, name of the attribute. Right is my value. So what will happen? So whenever I add any content on the web page, by default the alignment is left side. By default the alignment is what? Left side. So now if I want to bring it to right side, so I'll go with align attribute, right? So what is happening here guys, after passing this attribute, the paragraph is moving to the right side of the web page. That means the extra effect applied here. By default it is left side. When I apply align is equal to right, it is moving to the right side. That means extra effect applied. So attributes means what? It is a special property which is going to provide extra effect or else additional information about the HTML element. Clear? So how to pass? Attribute name and is equal to values. Done. So we have multiple attribute guys. Okay, there are two types of attributes again. So one is local attribute, another one is global attribute, right? Local attribute means what? It is limited only to some particular tag. For example, if you consider this align attribute, it is limited only to what? Paragraph tag. It doesn't work inside any other tag, right? So if you go for global attributes, title is there, okay, so which is a global attribute which works inside all the tags. So you just remember here there are two types of attributes: local attributes, global attributes. Okay, local attributes means what? Which works inside all the tags. Global attribute, sorry guys, listen carefully. Local attributes means what? Which works inside only some particular tag, whereas global attribute works inside all the tags. So whatever the tags we have in HTML, in all the tags, the global attribute works. So local attribute means what? It is limited to some particular tags. It works only some inside some particular tags. That's all. Clear? So attributes are very important guys. I'll teach all the attributes you should remember. So please go through these ones. So if I'll go to next slide please. So whenever we go for any programming languages, all the programming languages will be having some structure. Structure means we have to maintain a structure for programming languages. Similarly, we have some structure for HTML. So what is the structure we will see guys? So concentrate here. So first thing guys, it will be having something called exclamatory doc type HTML. This is also a tag. Next we have something called HTML, which is my root element. Root means what? Parent element. Next we have one something called head and something called body. Done. So this structure is divided into three parts. First one is what? See, 2, 3. The first one is divided into what? This is version information. What we call this as version information. Second one we call it as head section. So it is head section. Third one we call it as what? Body section. So guys, this first one, it is indicating the version of HTML. So which version it is? So previously in HTML4, HTML3, we used to write 3 to 4 lines of code to indicate the version information. But what will happen when they introduce HTML5? They reduced it to only exclamatory doc type HTML. So it is going to indicate the HTML5 version. So now the second section is head section and third section is body section. So let me open some browser here. I'll open Google Chrome as my browser. See guys, if you observe, there is a tab, yes or no? We can open multiple tabs, right? So this is a tab. So this section belongs to the head section. So I want to add some title, so I want to add some Google, okay, icons. So it belongs to what? Head section. So now this part belongs to what? This part belongs to, okay, the whole part. See, observe my cursor. I am moving my cursor around the screen. Yes or no? There is one horizontal line. Yes. Okay. So this part, from this horizontal line, whatever is visible here, Google, this icons, this text box, everything belongs what? Body section. Then everything belongs what? Body section. Only this part is head section, guys. Then so these are the three sections present in HTML structure. So I have displayed here. You can go through this. Go through these ones, guys. So okay guys, so we will move to next slide here. So structure we have learnt. So now we have learnt something called head section, right? So head section, guys, see, inside the head we have some tags. So like meta tag, link tag, title tag, style tag, script tag. So inside head section we have to use only this much of tags. Other than these tags, we should not use any other tag inside the head section. You have to use what? Only this much of tags inside the head section. So other than this, we should not use any other tag. There are more than hundreds of tags in HTML. Out of those 100 tags, okay, more than 100 tags, we have to use only these 5 tags inside the head section. So sir, where we have to use rest of the tags, sir? It should be inside the body. Why means, guys, why I am telling means, see, everything we will display here itself. This is our body section, right? Yes, this is our body section. So everything will display here. Here only we add some, okay, title and icon of the page and some, okay, rest of the information it will be inside the body section, right? So we have to always, okay, write only these 5 tags inside the head section, rest of the tags inside the body section. So I hope everyone clear. So this meta tag we will learn in Bootstrap, this style tag we will learn in CSS, then script tag we will learn in JavaScript. Now here today we will learn about this link tag as well as this, okay, title tag. Then so I have given some information. If you want, you can go through this. So okay guys, so we'll start with execution part. So first we will go with, okay, some software. Okay, so we use something called VS Code. Okay, we use one something called Visual Studio Code to execute HTML programs, right? So let me connect to the internet first. Okay, so it's connecting. So connected, guys. See guys, I'll go to VS Code. Here just type in, okay, Google Visual, okay, Studio Code download. Then what is the software name? Visual Studio Code download. So here once you click a Visual Studio Code, click on the first link. So click on this. this is my system only. Okay, so once you click this Visual Studio Code, so it is going to download section of Visual Studio Code. Then so let me close this. Okay, so now here guys, there are multiple versions of download. So Windows operating system, if you are using Ubuntu operating system, Red Hat, Mac, so you can go to this. Maximum we have everyone is having what? Windows operating system. So now it works for Windows operating system 7, 8, 8.1 as well as 10. So now, and there are some options. So based on your system size, bit size, if it is a 64-bit, click on this user installer 64-bit. If it is a 32-bit operating system, click on 32-bit, right? So once you click guys, the software will be downloaded. Once you click, the software will be downloaded. So after downloading, please go to your downloaded folder. Downloaded folder means go to my computer, or else here there is an option called downloads. Click on this. So here see guys, here somewhere the it's downloaded. Right, it's downloaded, right? So now what you have to do, just double click on it. So already code is installed on this computer, it is showing. So when you double click for the first time, if you don't have, when you double click on this, it will display on pop-up box. Please accept the terms and condition. Clear? Click on accept terms and condition, then click next until and unless it is installed. Clear? So this is the process of installing Microsoft Visual Studio Code. Clear guys? Once you install, so I will create a folder here, something called right click new folder. I'll make this as practice. The folder name I'm giving was practice. Then so now enter. So already the practice is present, so I'll give my space practice, then my space practice. So the folder is created guys. So now this folder I want to open in VS Code. Then so first double click on the folder is opened, right? So now you go here, so just click on this my practice. See, there is something on my folder name. So go to this box and just click on this. So it is the address of this box. So delete this. Press back button, delete button, it will be deleted, right? Next what I do, here I will type something called CMD. So CMD means what? Command prompt. So it is going to open my practice folder inside command prompt. It is going to open. You can observe here, see, when I entered CMD, my practice, so CMD, it's opened, my practice inside what? Command prompt. Done. So your command prompt color will be black. Don't worry, I change the command prompt color here, right? So now this my practice I want to open in Visual Studio Code. This my practice folder I want to open in what? Visual Studio Code. So now I will type here code. So code stands for Visual Studio Code. So I want to open current folder, right? So this folder, so I'll pass dot. So dot indicates current folder. Remember guys, don't forget this. Dot means what? Current folder. Done. So dot means what here? Current folder. Done. So here I added something called dot. Clear? So code means Visual Studio Code, dot means current folder. So I am trying to open current folder, my practice folder in VS Code. So after typing this, hit enter button. So this my practice will be opening in VS Code. Concentrate, observe here. Is it opened, guys? This is welcome window. Is it opened here? So observe here, my practice folder is opened here. Yes or no? Right? It's opened clearly. Then so once you install, okay, once you open, see guys, there are two parts in this VS Code. This is one part, okay, this is another part. So this is Explorer part and this is the editor part. So here you can edit the programs, you can write the programs, right? So see guys, there are some options here, new file and see, and here new folder. So if you want to create a file, just a file, you go click on this, create a file. If you click here, okay, create a folder. So now here's something called okay, you should remember, see, so when you click on this, the Explorer will be closed. If you click again, Explorer is open. So here there is something option called what? Extensions option. So guys, you should download some extensions here. So I'll tell you, see guys, before going to it, let me disable okay, icon themes here. So none, or else, okay, so concentrate here. So let me create a new file here, okay. So I'll go with, so I disabled, okay, don't worry, that's not for you guys. So observe here, I'll create index.html. see, index is my file name, HTML is my extension, okay. So now once I create, concentrate guys, so nothing is there, right? It's not showing any icon, HTML5 icon like this. So once after installation, see, go to extensions, type, okay, material icon theme, then type here what? Material icon theme. So this one is, guys, I already installed. See, you will get one option here, install, but I am not getting that option here. So you will get, you just click on install. See, the name is what? Material icon theme. So what it is going to do, once you install guys, so already I installed here. So once you install, after installation, immediately it will display on box, pop-up box like this. So you should go for what? Material icon theme. Click on this material icon theme. See, once I clicked material icon theme, see, I am getting, okay, the icon on my HTML5, that is HTML5 icon. Yes or no? So what is the advantage? See, observe here, I'll type p.c. So it is going to add the C icon. p.cpp, it is going to add C++ icon. p.php, so P is my file name, okay. See, it is adding PHP icon. If I add Java, it is adding Java icon. If I add py, so based on the extensions, it is adding, okay, the icon on the file, so that easily we can identify which type of file it is. So it is HTML5. So see, by seeing the icon we can identify it is what? HTML5 file. Yes or no? So that is why we have to install what? Material icon theme. Similarly guys, okay, concentrate here, you have to download, okay, install one more extension, that is HTML, okay, CSS support. So it is going to give, okay, shortcuts to us. Then it is going to give shortcuts to us. So already I installed. So this is the extension you have to install. What is the extension name? HTML CSS support. Done guys. So we will see, okay, so this is enough for today. So we will learn rest of the things in next session guys. Clear? Okay guys, thank you, bye bye.